ACC will kick off the earnings season for the cement players today. April to June is when construction activity hits its peak. Dealer checks show that cement bags got expensive, but the election code may have hampered execution and thereby volumes. So will it impact ACCN sector as a whole? Let's ask this question to Binod Kumar Modi, Senior Research Analyst at Reliance Securities. Binod, good having you. Thanks much for joining in. Our estimates seem to suggest that the revenues for ACC, albeit for some of other companies as well, could be flattish to marginally lower. What is it that you are penciling in, and is there a case for a surprise element here?
Of course, if I look at cement overall, I think there should be, decent sort of earnings growth that we are projecting for all this company. Now, specific to cement, specific to ACC Limited, we believe in revenue part there would be some kind of moderation in the revenue, of course, because of the fact that we expect ACC to report 3 to 4% kind of volume degrowth. That as we understand that during the, as you correctly mentioned, that because of election code of conduct, construction activities got impacted during March to during April to June quarter. So that has to lead impact to all these companies, including ACC. So I expect ACC to report 3 to 4% kind of volume degrowth. And the only saving part for all these cement companies that will drive the performance, that is, of course, the kind of realization improvement that we have seen in the previous quarter. So overall, there has been 7 to 8% kind of sequential realization growth for industry as a whole. At the same time, we have seen, there has been some kind of moderation in the cost front, be it, petcoke prices or coal prices. So sequentially, there has been some kind of moderation in cost part. So these two things will have, better impact on cement companies. Yeah. So for ACC, as I said, revenue should be kind of moderation. But yes, in terms of EBITDA, we expect 5 to 7% kind of growth in EBITDA. EBITDA per ton should be around 750 to 800 rupees EBITDA per ton that we are expecting, as well as profit growth should be around 20%. So overall, earning wise, we are hopeful for ACC, and I don't think so there should be any sort of big earnings cut in ACC despite volume degrowth.
Okay, would that be the same for the rest of the cement space too, or are there companies that you believe could actually do much better than the sector at large?
Yeah, our channel check suggests that there has been demand degrowth of 5 to 7% during the quarter. But if I look at in my coverage universe, we are finding that companies under our coverage witnessing volume degrowth on an average 2 to 3%. That's it. So barring few companies, of course, there are certain companies they would be reporting growth, like Ultratech Cement. We expect Ultratech Cement to report 5-6% kind of volume growth. So that's been their case to case basis. It differs. Otherwise, all in all, volume you won't be seeing very big sort of growth for all these companies. Yes, so as I said, this two-part realization as well as the cost part would be the major savior. And if I look at next quarter two onward, quarter two, even though our channel check suggests, even though we see further price cut 10 to 12 rupees here on till the rest of monsoon, I expect there are certain regions which should emerge as a winner, whereas including northern, where we can find in the quarter two also northern region should witness 8 to 10% kind of realization growth, factoring 10 rupees realization cut here on.
Okay. The other question is that while volumes may remain what they are and realizations may pick up, are there pockets wherein there could be a severe underperformance owing to how the quarter has been like and how this monsoon season would shape up for them, depending on which geography is seeing a lull in work and heightened monsoons, which is anyways hampering activity?
See, so far demand-wise, of course, in the previous quarter one, if I look at demand got impacted in all the pockets across the regions, right? But as far as realization is concerned, northern followed by western region, these two regions have been clear-cut winner in terms of realization growth in the last quarter, followed by central region. So, of course, as far as demand is concerned, going forward post-monsoon, I think demand should definitely come back And you should not forget the fact that, of course, government expenditure itself has been quite slow in previous quarter, so that has to ramp up going forward. And even we are seeing there should be very decent traction in housing activities, as government has promised to construct 1.95 crore houses in 3 years. So and along with that, we are seeing some kind of pick up in road construction activity. So these things will lead decent kind of volume growth from H2. That's what, or post monsoon, that's what I can see, and that will result in favorable volume across the regions.
Okay.
So we are
please finish your
hopeful
point.
demand. We are hopeful that demand momentum should come back.
Well, we are hopeful too. Let's see if that happens soon or if it happens with a bit of a lag. But Binod, on that note, thanks so much for taking the time out and giving us that quick perspective on the cement companies and ACC in particular. The numbers come out later today. If there is a positive surprise on revenues, which should largely be on account of pricing because volumes are almost known, then that could propel the stock a little bit. 1606 is where that is trading right now. Let's see. Cement is by and large, remember, expected to post a fairly decent quarter this time around. It's flat for the markets. Hardly any movement there for the Nifty Bank or the Sensex, the mid caps and the small caps too. Just about a bit of a lull at the broader end of the spectrum as well. 0.5% or lower for both of those indices as well. It's a wrap on this leg of Indian Open. Do watch out for Yes Bank, Mindtree and a few others. The FNO show will take further action on all of those on the other side. But from Devi and me and the team that put this show together, thanks so much for watching.